Hello everyone, it's Megan. It is currently 11:15 on a Friday night and I'm editing this. Anyways, so we have it's just me today, but we have another video coming up soon. It's just really hard to edit because I'm still kind of new at this and I'm not that great, and I can understand that and realize that. But so I thought I'd do a speed build. So I really like building houses in Sims. I consider myself a sim interior designer. I know that's terrible, but still. So the inspiration for this house was kind of like it's just a house. It's not like a big one or anything. It's just two bedrooms. And oddly enough, the inspiration for this was this YouTuber Molly Burke's house. She has an apartment. I don't know if anyone's watched her. I'm sure someone has, because she's really awesome. But I kind of like this is like loosely based off of her apartment. It doesn't really look like it, so don't like expect for it to look like that. But I really liked the way that the kitchen kind of like there was the island that overlooks the living room. That's just kind of a design that I really like in houses. I, by all means, I'm no architect, so I know that this is just Sims, but I thought I would go ahead and give it a try because I enjoy watching speed builds on Sims because I think it's really interesting. But, so at this point, there's kind of not really any method to my madness whenever I'm making a house. I just kind of do it whenever I think to do something, I just kind of do it. But I don't at this point I can almost tell what I'm doing cuz like when it when you make a house in Sims, like you kind of at least for me, I never really know where it's going. It could end up a certain way and then I'll change it a bunch of times and you'll see a lot of times I'll like do something and then I will like go back and completely change it the next second. But, that's kind of how it goes. And I think that's kind of how it goes with everything in life. But 1 second it's one thing and the other second it's one thing. Like I put the sink on the island right here, but I don't want to do that. Like that's dumb. So moving on to the living room. I don't really. I like the idea of a fireplace. I feel like it's like really cozy, and like you can always like mount the TV on top of it, and then there's like that's something that you can do with the wall. Because I feel like whenever it's just a TV, that's kind of you don't really know what to do with like the negative space below it. So I like doing the fireplace. I think it's a nice cozy thing. Another bedroom. And then there's the hallway back there and the dining room. So when you first walk in, there's the dining room on one side and the kitchen on the other. And this is pretty common in houses. I really didn't know like what table to do because as I said before, I had no idea and still had no idea where this house was going when I first started it. And I didn't really at all during the entire process. But I think it ended up, I'm actually pretty proud with how it turned out, even though I changed it so many times. But I think that's okay as long as the end result it shows good. Is that even English? I don't even know. I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock. That's actually not that late compared to how late I normally stay up. But also, just as, a warning, I spin so much in this, so if you get motion sick, I would not watch this video. Honestly, if you like entertainment, I would not watch this video. But I'm just kidding. Anyways, so, oh yeah, as I was saying about the other video that's coming out. So we're doing the 100 baby challenge, which is kind of overplayed. I know everyone's already done that. But, we wanted our fair share. We wanted our turn and time to do it. And that is coming out, but at some point, I honestly don't know when. I don't even know when this video will come out. But because I started filming this on March 2nd, I did this actual build, and now it is March 29th. So, yeah, it's been a while. It's not that I've been busy, it's that I've just kind of been putting it off. I've been procrastinating on something that I know I should do this, but I just haven't been, which I think we can all relate to. Um, so I don't even know when this will come out. Like, who knows? This could come out in like January of next year, but who knows? Um, yeah, so I also like to do like accent walls, which is something that I've kind of been playing with a little bit, which is kind of nice. I think it like adds a lot of interesting dimensions to a room. I think that it makes it look kind of cool, especially if it's stone or like something that's not just like a different color. I think that can be cool too. Um, I really love Sims because I love Sims building because you can be creative and do whatever you want, and then you can just change it and move it around however you want. And so that's kind of one of the things that I've been playing with is accent walls. Um, Let me know what you guys like to do because I'm always looking for different building techniques and things like that that I can add to my houses. So at this point, I still have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just trying my best, trying out a couple different stools and not really finding any. And even now, I'm watching this and I'm like, ugh, why did you do that? But whatever. Um, Another thing that's coming up is that I really enjoy trying to make like shelving units because I just learned about well, not just, but at the time of filming this, I pretty much just started experimenting with the BB Move Objects, BB.Move Objects cheat, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's a cheat where you can put anything wherever you want, even if it's like on top of something else. And it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of frustrating because it just like Sims, it's not like real life, like there are rules. So it's kind of annoying, but also can be really cool because it's more like real life. And I know that like you don't have to do shelving, obviously, like you can do cabinets or whatever you want, but I really like shelving because I think it just makes it look a lot more like personal, a lot more real, which is nice. And at this point, I'm skipping way fast because I'm so indecisive about what I want to put up. Because again, I still don't really know what I'm doing and I haven't really done a lot of shelving yet. So I don't know exactly what fits and what works and what doesn't. So I changed a lot of things and ultimately I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. I think that it adds like a nice touch and it makes it look a little bit more real, but it did take quite a while and I moved it around a bit. But now it's onto the windows. And I know that when I, live in a house, I'd like it to have a lot of windows because I think that it just adds a lot of interesting light. Not interesting. Why did I say interesting? Whatever. It adds a lot of light, and I really like the natural light, and I like it in Sims too, of course, because this is a Sims video. Anyways, so moving on to the windows. And again, there's not a particular order to how I do things in when I'm building something. Like, there's no technique that I really follow. I just kind of like, whenever I see something that reminds me to do something else, then I do it. Now it's time for the coffee table. I don't even know, like, and I think I changed that coffee table too. So I change a lot of things, but, that's fine. Change whatever you want to get to the result that you want. So I'm imagining this house kind of for like a single person, possibly I was thinking a female, but it could be a female or male because gender is a social construct. But anyways, and I was thinking kind of like someone who's like maybe like off in the city somewhere doing something, just but definitely at a point in their life where they're like on their own. So that was kind of like the inspiration, just more of like a feminine sort of thing. And here we go with the accent wall. And I know it looks a little bit crazy, but I'm actually really happy with the way it turned out. When I started this, I know I keep saying this, but especially with the dining room, like I did not know what I was going to do with the dining room. But now that I've finished it, I think that it looks really cool, the accent wall. And it's kind of like a bold move if I'm looking at it. Because, and I know that a lot of people are going to say, like, I don't like that. That looks really weird. Why did you do that? But, I don't really care. I think it looks good, and I hope that you guys think it looks good, but whatever. Um, a lot of things that I've been having a little bit of trouble with in building is like negative space, because in my personal style, I don't really have, I like it more like minimal and simple. So I don't know what to do with a lot of that space. But also, I just tried to put on blinds. But Sims blinds, I think we can all agree that like the blinds and curtains selection in The Sims is just not good. It's not like, it's not good at all. So I'm just gonna stay away from that for the time being, possibly forever. But here I go again with the negative space. Like, I just don't know what to do with it. If you guys have any suggestions or recommendations, then definitely leave them in the comments below, because I would love to know what you guys do in negative space. Sometimes, you can just leave it blank. I think that that's fine too. But I don't know, I felt like this wall needed something, and I tried to put a couple different things, but I just kept going back to it. Yep, there we go, getting rid of the coffee table. I really just did not have any sort of understanding of where this was going, but that's fine. So I also really like plants. I love a good succulent. Who doesn't? But I like to put that into the build as much as possible. So, yep, but there's really nowhere to put it. Oh, Doodlepal, the person that just came up on my screen is Kira, who's not here right now, but is, I guess, playing Sims at the moment. Oh, and she's back online. Okay, now moving on to the bedroom. I really like the way that the bedroom turned out. I like it. I think it looks nice. But it's not really something that I would do a lot, which sounds kind of weird because you're probably thinking it just looks like a normal bedroom. But I don't know. I never really put a lot of stuff in the bedrooms in The Sims because I feel like it's just like a place to sleep and a place to relax. So normally I'd put like a desk, or I'd put like a bookshelf, some sort of sitting area, but in this one I just put like a dresser and a bed, and that's pretty much it, I think. Like a nice lamp. I really like that lamp in the Get Famous one. But I have to say my favorite pack, I don't think I had this at the time. No, I did not have this at the time, but I got Get the Seasons, and I love the Seasons. I think it's really cool, and it's like something that I've really wanted in Sims for a really long time. Even before it came out, I was like, they need seasons, because I remember in Sims 3, I had that on my Xbox, and the leaves would fall sometimes, if I remember correctly. And I always thought that it would be cool for like snow and things like that. And when it came out, I really wanted it. But I gotta be honest, I normally get stuff when it's on sale because it's $20 instead of $40. So, and it's on sale a lot. So I waited, and getting it was so worth it. If any of you out there are like thinking about getting it, get it. It's so awesome. And they also have a lot of really cool build and buy mode things. But that's kind of old news because everyone has it. It took me longer. Kira got it before I did. Also, I put a skeleton in this room. Going back to the actual build, I put a skeleton in this room for some reason, and I left it there. I just thought it was kind of funny, kind of quirky. I've never seen it before, and so I put it in there for a second. But I took it out because it just didn't match like what I was doing in the build. But that was interesting. So this is like the art room. I didn't really know what to do with the spare bedroom. I thought I wanted to make it have another spare bedroom in case if anyone who used it wanted to like maybe make a family or like a guest room or whatever you wanted to do. I liked the idea of having more space because it's kind of like a smaller house. So if any of you go onto my Origin and download this house for yourself, feel free to do whatever you want with the second bedroom, because I know that it's not a lot of it, like most of the stuff isn't like usable. You can just put the canvas in the bedroom if you want. So if you're into more of like things that you can use and not really putting like a lot of clutter or any sort of like decorations, then do that if you'd like. So we're moving on to the last thing, which is the bathroom. And since it's the only bathroom in the house, I made it a little bit bigger because it's the only one. So I thought that there should be more space. Because if there was another bathroom, like a half bath, then that could be smaller. But I don't have a lot to say about the bathroom because, like, what can you really say about a bathroom? It's where you go to do your business, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's about it. Moving on to the front door, not much to say about that. Something that I'm not looking forward to is showing the roof because I am not very good at doing the roof. But at this point, I'm putting on some finishing touches, seeing kind of what I missed out on, like lighting. I normally do that last. I don't really have like a particular method or anything like that, or kind of a way that I do things. So I'm interested to hear how you guys do things, or if you're the same way and you just kind of do whatever, whenever. Bubble lights is not a good idea. So I don't really know what I'm doing, but I was having a good time, and I can almost hear myself right now, hear like my thoughts at the moment, being like, oh no, that doesn't look good. Oh, okay, that might look good, but oh, that lamp is interesting, an interesting pick, but I don't know. I think that putting in like a lot of lamps, even if you do this in real life, kind of adds a certain mood to it. So that's kind of what I was going for. Anyways, I've been talking so much about the build, which is probably boring everybody. So let's talk about something else. While I do the siding, has anyone gone to go see Captain Marvel? I know that came out a while ago, but I ordered tickets like as soon as it was possible to order tickets, and I went to go see it on the day that it came out. And so I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts on that, have a discussion about that, even though that it's not really related to Sims at all. I just really love that movie, and that's kind of just what I've been up to. Okay, so I know what you're thinking about this. This looks terrible. What are you doing? And I thought the same thing, so I deleted it all. And it's very clear that I really just did not know what was happening with this roof. Like, it just looks so weird. And I'm getting better at it. I will say I'm getting better at it since I've built things up to this. I've been getting a lot better at it, but it's just, I don't know, it's really hard. I don't know. I feel like once I kind of get the hang of it, I may do a video about kind of how to put a roof on some. No, why would I do that? That's dumb. Never mind. Just thinking out loud. Yeah, no one would want to see that. But and I deleted it all again. All right, great. That's really tall. Looks like Dan and Phil's owl slide. Whatever. That was a really good Sim series. That is, I think it's still going on. Yeah, but this is looking a little bit better than it did. I'm looking at it now. I can tell that there are some things that I could have done to make this look a little nicer. But ultimately, I will say that I am very happy with the way that this turned out. I think I may use it in the future, and I hope that you guys want to use it in the future. Also, I didn't do any landscaping because that's just not something that I'm good at, and I just don't really know how to do that yet. Once I get more comfortable with it, I'll definitely do that. And also, if you guys want to see more speed builds in the future, then totally let me know, and I'll do it. I probably will do more because I enjoy them, but if this is something that's interesting. So, yep, again, just more finishing touches, and I'm about to be finished, and this video is about to be over. Yay for everyone involved. So here's a little walkthrough. Sorry for spinning so much. I'm like, oh my gosh, motion sickness. I'm about to throw up. Anyways, so this is it. Look at that. Yay, living room, kitchen. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.